Recording?
Yep.
Everybody recording?
Everybody's recording.
Everybody tuned in? We just filmed half the episode and forgot that we weren't recording. No.
And that was great.
That was, yeah. And that's my time. Man, yo, what up, gang? Welcome to the LNL podcast, where we sit down with a dope individual, get a lecture, learn a little bit about their life, then we get in the lab and create something dope, which is going to come at a later date because me and this guest got a real special one that's going to take some time, so be patient. I promise it's going to be worth it. In the meantime, there's going to be a special aspect, a special section of this interview that's going to be for Patreon only. It's going to be fan questions and a little mini lab that I haven't told him about yet because it's going to be a surprise / side mission. But yeah, so we're going to get there. Patreon.com/LNLpod. Join the university right now. It's only $5. And you can get the BTS and the creatives and all the episodes a day early. And for the other 7 episodes as well. This episode is the season 1 finale. Yeah, I'm so hyped that y'all made it this far. Season 1's been a road. So yeah, we want to keep doing more and more and more. And we're in a new space. This is the FeyblHouse, first episode that we're going to do here. And this is going to be our new home for a while. And it ain't cheap. So all my, brands out there, if you want to sponsor the boy, that'd be great. My boy, we here today with somebody super dope. I've known him for a while now, maybe 6 years or so, through a mutual friend. And since day one that we've met, he's let me into his life and into his home. And he's been a big supporter of me and everything I've been doing these last 6 years, and vice versa. And some quick flowers. Multi-talented in so many different facets of art, and we're gonna try to get into all of them in some way, shape, or form today. My boy RYAN GUZMAN. What's cracking, my boy?
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, man.
I appreciate that.
Nah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, you my dog. You my dog. Let's just jump into it. I wasn't gonna start it this way, but when you told me where you were at earlier today, you had a fitting for season 8 for 911.
Yeah.
What kind of weird shit they got you wearing?
Nothing weird. Yeah.
Nothing weird.
I mean, I feel like it's more clothes this season than last. The last season, I felt like half naked, half the whole season. But I mean, the character's been established now. We kind of know what to expect with the vibe, and now it's just kind of falling back in the old rhythm. And the only thing different now is where the character's head's at and where he's going.
Got you. Yeah. I mean, the majority of what you wear is the firefighter fit anyway.
A lot of plaid, a lot of like cowboy shit.
It's legit though. Like the firefighter fits are like legit firefighter shit. Like
to an extent. Yeah. I mean, there's certain times where like we're wearing the actual gear and then we'll have to take out the lining because if we're in, say for instance, 112, degree weather,
right?
We gotta stay in that shit for like
hours.
I could cuss.
Yeah.
All right. We gotta stay in that shit for like 12 hours, 14 hours. So. We're not trying to do that. So luckily, the wardrobe department
that shit
helps us out.
Heavy as hell, bro.
So, I mean, when full gear, that's like 50, 60 pounds.
See, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. That's why you get paid the big bucks, bro.
Yeah.
Word. Hey, that's dope, man. Okay, can we talk about where you just came from? Where Rosario?
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that.
Cool, yeah. He just got back from filming over the weekend. It was quick, like weekend shoot, like in and out.
It was full week, yeah.
Okay.
And how it happened actually was kind of crazy. Like my boy Lamont, shout out to him. He's the writer on the movie.
Word.
And they had already been filming, so they're like 10, 12 days in. He hit me up and he's like, hey, so this character that we've been writing, like we don't have anybody for him. They have somebody in mind, and then Rosario has another person in mind, but we're not sure if they're gonna work out with the scheduling and everything. So I'm like, all right, send me the script.
Then you was playing B, dog?
I was playing C.
Oh, shit.
But
I'll take it.
Oh, man. After I read that thing, because I'm not thinking nothing like that. I'm like, you know what? I read that. I'm like, all right, now I'm going to kill this.
Okay.
Yeah, I want this. And it's a smaller role. It's what I've been looking for. I'm not looking for, like, the lead role right now. I'm looking for something, like, really textured and really, like, fun to do. And this is everything it was. So, like, I get the thing. I hit Lamont back. I'm like, yo, whoever you're thinking about, you can tell me. I'm a beat them. I need to get. I need this.
I need names.
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah. So I can't remember the first person, but the other person was Wilmer Valderrama, and that's a close friend to Rosario.
Okay.
So I almost hit Wilmer because I know Wilmer. I was like, bro, step out. But everything worked out the way it should be. And so I sent Lamont, my fight background. I sent him me shooting and stuff because it's an action flick.
I was gonna say fight background. So your character, you whooping on somebody.
Yeah, we get down.
Oh,
yeah. So me and Rosario, she's doing like a John Wick kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So
and she's the John Wick.
She's the John Wick.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm the partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good guy partner.
Good guy partner.
Okay, so you're not over here getting your ass whooped.
I gotta see the movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, though, like the whole thing was just from day one. Like, as soon as I get on set, she was the coolest person in the fucking world.
Tight.
Yeah.
First time working with her.
First time working. We have mutual friends. A lot.
Sure.
Like I said, Wilmer. We know Wilmer. Another girl named Pantera Sarah. Shout out to her too. But there's so many like individuals that we know. We never cross paths.
Sure.
And I heard from all of them, like, when you get to see her, you're gonna understand why so many people love her, and I can understand.
Quick.
I was on a FaceTime with my kids and my mom, and she pops in right behind, and she just like naturally flows into the conversation. She's like, give me a hug kind of thing, and she's like,
those are the kind of people you want to work with, man. Like, like there's so many people out there that can turn such a positive environment and opportunity into just like, yo, get me out of here.
I've worked with them.
I know.
Yeah, I've worked with some idols of mine, and I'm like,
never meet your idols, man.
Okay,
that's what they say.
Learning experience.
Yeah, we ain't got names. Do you have any like stories that pop in your head, like real, like when you think of working with people like that, you're like, yo, this one time, this one person and was like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again,
you don't have to say names.
It's a learning experience. As soon as like you find out, certain people you thought would be like really, really talented in one aspect, and you hear that they're like using a little ear thing, or they don't even know about the script. I heard one of my idols say, I hope the movie that I was doing with goes straight to the trash. And I was like, I'm doing a movie with you.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, how do you... Come to find out, it was just for a paycheck. So I'm like, okay. So those kind of things are defeating. But then you work with the Rosario Dawsons. You work with, certain individuals like Angela Bassett. My God, they give you this new sense of energy, this new like this is why I do this.
Facts. I was gonna save this question for the private one, but since we already flown in it, and you can plead the fifth, bro. But there was another podcast interview from a homie of mine called the No Chaser podcast. Shout out to No Chaser, and he brought on an ex of yours.
Yeah.
Who mentioned that there was an ex of hers who that person worked on a movie where that actress forced him to pretend to be single and went public and faked a relationship for press for the movie.
Yeah.
Is some legitimacy behind that?
To fake to be single? Nah, there was no faking to be single, but it did seem like I don't know, because I was going everywhere with, we're talking about Jennifer Lopez, right?
We are, yeah.
Yeah, I was going everywhere with Jennifer Lopez, and like rumors get spread, and that's kind of what it was. And I'm kind of new to the whole like fame thing, and at that point, so yeah. And I done step up and stuff. That's certain kind of fame. But Jennifer Lopez is on a different level.
Yeah.
So I wasn't used to everybody being like in my business and like asking me crazy, outlandish questions. And then seeing me by her side, I'm thinking it's all promotional for the movie. Yeah. And then it turned into this other thing.
Well, I mean, when she's like, you think it's promotion, and she's like, yeah, promotion, and just slips you one of these, or leans in a little bit too close, and is like, hey, I'm gonna head out. You need to leave with me. Like, just walk me to my car, but don't tell people why. Just let's go. Like,
it was nothing like that. It was like, because had it been like that,
she's a vet. She's a vet. She knows what to do.
She knows what she's doing. Yeah. But I at the time didn't, and I was just going with the flow pretty much. And I had, at that point in time, I had a girlfriend. Everything was on the up and up. I told her, everything that was going down and everything. And I think she had been talking to Casper at that point.
Jen.
Yeah. So they were on and off and on.
That's how I met Jen, was through Casper.
Relationship kind of thing, yeah. So everything was exactly what it should have been. And again, I'm thinking I killed this shit on the movie. So I'm like, I want people to see this. So you're asking me to do promotion with you? Yes.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I'm going to do everything I possibly... Oh, you want to bring me on the whatever show? I'm there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying yes to everything. Yeah, so it can be perceived as something else. But to be honest, I never had that interest. As crazy as it sounds, I don't know. A lot of people have been like, I'm not that. I'm not that. And if you really know me, then you understand that I'm not that. But
yeah.
And when I got that peek into her lifestyle, it's even more the fact that I don't want to be famous.
Yeah.
And I don't want all of that comes with her and everything. So I'll be a friend of hers.
Sure.
I'll support her from this side.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the first time I met Jen, I was in her house. I didn't even know it was her house. Casper had we were doing something with Ian Eastwood for Tyga, and we were rehearsing at this place, and Casper was like, yo, we'll just do rehearsal at my house. So I show up to Casper's house, and it's in Calabasas. I need a freaking password to get into the neighborhood. All this other shit. I'm like, yo, what is happening? And I pulled up to this house. I was like, there's no way a dancer lives here, bro. You gotta have like 46
That's one with
roommates.
the theater room in it, right? Big old theater room. They had like a
in the studio. Or in the house?
In the house.
In the house. I didn't get to view the whole house. There was like 3 wings.
Yeah.
There was like 3 wings. So I only went where like the dance studio / gym was.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It had like a big ass gym. It had like
big
a boxing
old gym,
bag.
boxing. Whole setup, bro.
Yeah.
And I walk in that joint and I'm just like, there's no way you live here, bro. So I was like, I don't know whose house this is, but whatever. And then we rehearsing and Casper's on the call and he's like, yo, like Jen's on her way home. She wants to come in and watch, and everybody's like, "Oh, no pressure," all that stuff. And I was just like, "I don't know who the fuck Jen is. Who's Jen?
Yeah,
like there's a million Jens in the world.
Miss Lopez herself.
Yeah, and like she just got off of work. Like she was at the time, I think she was like a guest judge on American Idol or something like that. So she comes in dolled up, heels, whatever, like looking like she just got off a fucking national TV show.
Yeah,
and then she just walks in, takes her heels off, sits down, wipes her butt, and shakes my hand. And I was just like, well, there go that hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
you
that
haven't
Jen.
watched it since?
Yeah. I mean, I run it underwater, you know. Nah, that was like that was a while ago. That was like back in like, I don't know, 2013, 2014. It's been a while. But I just and I had no idea this was her crit. And then I was like, oh, that with the okay, yeah. All right. Casper, you went really how do you do that? How do you pull that? Are y'all like Brittany and Kevin Fed, like K-Fed? Is that what's going on? And they're like, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, all right, this ain't gonna last. This ain't gonna last very long. And it didn't. Shout to Casper.
Yo, that's a crazy shout out right there. That's a crazy shout out.
Well, honestly, man, I got respect for Casper, everything that he's done. That job I got through Ian, so like I don't credit Casper for like putting me in that situation. I do remember working with Casper one extra time, and he showed up to set as a creative director in rain boots, basketball shorts, and like a pea coat, and that was his fit of choice for the day. So I was like,
okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, you lost me, bro. You lost me. I don't know what's happening now. Yeah. No disrespect, though. Like, you talented, you cool, like, we cool. But as a person who was your friend for, like, 2 hours, we got to talk about that fit. That's just public help. So working with Jen on the show, or in the film, was good. It was a good experience.
I had a great time.
Word.
I mean, also.
Well, I mean, yeah, we all saw the movie.
Yeah. It was intense for sure on many levels.
You were like, I need another take. I gotta run that back. I can do better.
The whole thing was crazy. I mean, obviously it's Jennifer Lopez, and
sure.
I'm a no-name person from Step Up series, which I don't think anybody saw at that time.
Yeah.
Come to find out later on, it's like one of my bigger movies.
Big
now,
community,
so,
bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that supported me, and then all the dancers out there. You know that. So I'm thinking coming into this thing, like I gotta work a trillion times harder, as if I just started Step Up. Like I'm not a dancer, I'm not an actor, so I gotta work a trillion times harder to get this role. Same thing with Boy Next Door. This girl's established. She's had plenty of things. I'm talking to Selena. Yeah. So like, I need to step up my game in all aspects. No pun intended. And I literally felt every single day the pressure of like, how do I still give her, all her glory and shine and make her look good, but also stand out? That's
a nice balance.
Yeah, because you don't want to try and outshine somebody.
it's hard to do.
Yeah. I mean, but people try and do that, and it backfires on them.
Yeah, it looks bad. It looks real bad.
It looks really bad. Nobody wants to work with you or anything. So there's a level of respect that you always want to have, and I always gave her that level of respect. And it was kind of reciprocated, and I think it was an open environment that we created together. So
good.
It lent itself to just what it is now and why people enjoy it. And yeah, there's campiness to the movie, which I think, again, makes it an enjoyable film. If everything was supposed to be serious and everything was supposed to be like... I was just on a radio show talking about how my character gives her a first edition book that should have never been given to her. And there's no way, unless I robbed the Vatican, I would have never been able to give her this book. So, there is some level of levity to the whole film, but the whole fact that we were able to work cohesively and play off each other so well and it be kind of nice and comfortable, which was partly because of her as well. Yeah. I didn't feel anything crazy, and it felt natural.
That's good. That's good. Honestly, man, and this is also speaking from slight experience, but there's actors and actresses out there that you got to catch them in certain stages of their life to have those type of experiences with them. I feel like if you would have booked this movie with her maybe 2 years ago, you probably would have had a completely different experience.
Yes, I would have.
Based on where you are in life, but also based on the things that she's gone through.
I've heard the other stuff. And I can't relate, to be honest.
That's great. So have you been asked about that specific scene with her before?
Too many times.
Yeah, kind of how that came about.
It was a lot of Jen and a lot of Rob, which is the director. Yeah. Those two individuals came up with the whole scene. I stayed quiet. I didn't do nothing.
You're just tell me where you want me.
I was like, what? You want me to do what? And with what? What? Okay. Let me wrap my head around this because...
Is this your first sex scene?
That was my first sex scene.
In your career? I mean...
Yeah, that was, yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, with
to have your first sex scene with Jen, bro. It was already a sex icon.
All these different things, and Bro, I got nervous at one point in time in the middle of filming. I think it was our first or second take, and I was supposed to pick her up, and I grabbed her, and I was so nervous that...
Is this okay?
Nah, I grabbed her, and I accidentally put too much behind it, and I threw her ass into the roof. She hit her head into the roof. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I just damaged the lead of the film.
Man. Am I fired?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm blushing and everything. I'm freaking out. Exactly. I'm like, they already found out. Casper's about to swoop in, take the ball. But it's one of the things, the whole time I'm trying to stay calm and copacetic and just be, all right, where do you need me? What do you need me to do? And I don't want to make it it's already weird to be doing a sex scene amongst
in general.
7, 8 people. Yeah. And you look up, a bunch of dudes are just sitting there like this.
It's all right, look.
So
go get a snack, man.
It's not as sexy as everybody thinks it is. No matter who you're doing it with.
Right. It's still awkward.
It's still very awkward.
See, I could, man, the first time, once you've done a couple, okay, your first one ever being with Jen, I'm questioning, can I ask, is this consent? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, luckily, again, she was the one controlling everything, and I think that's how it should be in the sex scenes where, females are just I'll give you my 2 cents on where I feel like the character's coming from. That being said, tell me what you're comfortable with, because I don't want to step over the boundaries or anything like that. Right. So, and she is that kind of person. She's very directional. So she knows which 100%. Direction she wants to go to. And Rob, this is another thing, nobody would understand how awkward this situation was. As much as it looks sexy, and we're trying to sell that sexiness and that intimacy. Picture this, Rob is right here. He's like, all right, you're going to lower your hand. Okay, then you're going to go to her neck. So it's not
you got a grown man whispering in your ear while you're trying to touch on
telling me how to make love to this woman.
It's I know what I'm doing, Rob.
Yeah. So it's not what it seems, and the whole fact that people resonated with that and that scene caught wind so much, it's we did our job then. Yeah. Because you don't feel a person right next to me talking to me like this. Yeah.
And honestly, and you telling me that your real mindset was the first thing that it went to was, I feel like this is what the character needs, as opposed to Mikey is about to touch Jennifer, not my character is about to touch her character.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So to have that switch is that's That's hard to do, brother.
For me, it's not, to be honest. And I think maybe also being in a relationship at the same time, like I did feel weird because I mean, yes, we're actors and we're doing what we're told to do, but in my personal life, I'm giving my everything to this girl.
Sure.
You know, and you know me, I happen to be very devout when it comes to being respectful to my women that I'm with. And I don't want to cross any of those boundaries. So I'm forced to cross this boundary in this film.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I got to make this more business-like. And I know a lot of men out there, you know, a lot of friends out there would come to me and be like, nah, bro, if I was in the situation.
But you're not.
That's why you didn't get the job.
But you're not.
And that's why you probably wouldn't be in it. So, like,
Yeah,
you know, I have to give the respect to who I'm working with.
Is there any role out there that you feel uncomfortable with? Are you like down for whatever? Are you one of those actors just like...
No, I got my boundaries.
You got your boundaries. Good,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, and I don't think I'll ever, you know, really explain my
voice
boundaries.
those. Yeah, that's for
you.
you.
Yeah, it'll just be like, no, I don't want to do that.
Got you.
I'm gonna stay over here.
Got you. Is it more situations or like characters in general?
All the above. It depends on what I'm resonating with or not resonating with it. Because I want the character to, now, at this point in my life, I need the character to resonate in truth.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's a comedy or not,
right?
Like, you know, I'm trying to up my acting as much as I can every single year.
I feel you.
So if I can't be truthful in it, then I don't feel like I'm doing it justice.
Yeah, I mean, as an aspiring actor, I know I've been like taking classes, so I'm not like anywhere near what you got going on, but you know that it's a goal one day, and I'm working towards it. You know, you already start to picture in your mind your dream goals, but then like your dream roles, but then you also start to picture like, because I'm so new and you feel like you want to say yes to everything because you don't have anything on your resume yet. Like if a major motion picture, John Wick 7, whatever, I don't even know what number they're on now, hits me up and we're like, yo, we want you to play a role and be a significant part of the film. It's really hard to say no to something like that, but they're like, you have to play a racist who says the N-word 46 times. I have trouble living with myself being that character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have every right to at the same time. Like, you don't, just because it's Quentin Tarantino doesn't mean you have to do it.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
But it is Quentin Tarantino, so a lot of people will be like, all right, well, I got the pass now. You know?
Yeah.
I got the culture pass, like...
Yeah, it's for the arts, for the films, for...
You know, and if it is meant... It's all about how you interpret it, and so anybody that does do certain things that I probably wouldn't do, there's nothing against any of that, and like they found their way through that, and you know, it probably came out with an incredible, you know, performance.
Yeah.
What was it, the Black Klansman? That yeah, like, so you see certain people do certain things on that and you're like, whoa, I don't know if I could do that.
I probably couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I probably couldn't do it.
So, you know, all power to them, and we're all storytelling at the same time, so there's an understanding and a kind of like acknowledgement that this is for an art and this is for the story itself. This has no representation on your personal life. But again, it's the interpretation of the artist.
Also though, with that, it is not a personal like indication on who you are as a person, but when it's your first project and you blow up from it, a lot of people recognize you as that. Somebody who's already established, who have done 10, 20 different roles at this point. You know, Johnny Depp comes out with a movie tomorrow where he's super racist. No one's going to look at him as the racist guy in the street. They're like, he's playing a role.
Exactly.
But if you've never seen me before in your life, and now every time you see me, you just think of, oh, he's the one that was...
Oh, he's that guy that
he's
did
that guy from the...
Yeah.
You hate me, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even though you know it's a role.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's going to be the nature of the business, man.
You said that a little too believable, man. You said that a little too believable.
But literally, that's how it's going to be for the rest of your acting career, man. Like, people are going to resonate with a certain character from your career, and they'll always see you as that character. When I go out, nowadays, I'm either Sean from Step Up.
Or you Eddie.
Or I'm Eddie from 911. I'm not Ryan. And I got to understand that. So, like, the way I break the barrier down is like when you come up to me as a fan of the show or a fan of the character, I come up back to you and I'm like, hey, so what's your name?
Yeah.
Tell me something about you. And that kind of breaks this whole, like, you know, actor barrier.
Yeah.
It allows it a little bit more ease, and then you get to see Ryan rather than Eddie.
Word.
But that's something that you'll come upon, like, you know, John Wick 7 comes through and you have to be this like crazy person over here, and then somebody like sees you as that person for the next couple years.
It's the nature.
That's the nature.
That's
you
the
got to
nature.
learn how to
Yeah, but
navigate.
you got to be the guy who slept with J-Lo for a couple years though. That was who people saw you as.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was
I
crazy.
mean, that's
on so many levels.
I'll do that. I'll take that.
You could tell like the type of fan because it was Step Up and Boy Next Door at that time, and certain fans show up, and I'm like, oh, Step Up from the jump. I step up, all right, and then the other person be like looking at me a little differently. Like, all right, I know what scene you're thinking of right now.
Let's pivot to Step Up. That audition process, because you weren't a dancer before, and I'm pretty sure out of all, was it like 4 or 5 films, 5 Step Ups?
Now there's 5. Yeah.
5, yeah. Out of all 5 Step Ups, I'm pretty sure Rob Hoffman was the only one who was a dancer prior, as far as lead roles go. You get a call from your agent saying there's an audition for a role. Can you dance? Or I guess the audition process of Step Up specifically. Because as a dancer, we know what our audition is like as dancers for a Step Up film. Yeah. But like as an actor role, like walk me through that a little bit.
Yeah, so I just got my manager like 2-3 months prior.
That's a good manager.
Yeah, man. I stayed with him this whole time. Like, shout out to Tim Taylor. Yeah, I hear from another individual they're going out for the bad guy in Step Up. Like the guy that's trying to take down all the people that are trying to do these flash mobs.
He's so mean. He just looked like it.
I hear this, and I'm like, bro, all right, I need to at least try, you know. I've seen the first Step Up. I really liked it. I love dancing, and even though I'm not a professional dancer, they would have like little sessions, little, battles and stuff in Sacramento, and I remember I'd throw myself in the middle of the circle.
Sac got a big community over there.
Yeah, and I love it's like a Bay Area influence, but we're not the Bay, so it's like, we're the capital. We have our own little vibe too. So I would love to be in those like little situations. I'm like, all right, I know I have rhythm. I know I can dance. I'm not on that level, but I'm competitive. So just throw me in there real quick as like one of the side characters. And then my manager hits me back that same day. He's like, all right, you got an audition for the lead role. I'm like, no, I said side character. I don't know if you heard me. And he goes, no, you're not a side character. You're a leading man. Like, so you're going to go out for the leading man. Again, for him to have that kind of vision for me, like that set my career path. I read it. I called a friend of mine. We went over the audition. I did my best version of Channing Tatum. Because again,
Which is what?
I can't even tell you
Come
right
on,
now
do
because
it.
I like.
Let's see it.
Give
me your
It was
Channing.
a version of Step Up 1. Like endearing, but kind of like got the street wisdom to it, and like I can move, and I got that little like, I don't know. The charisma was there and everything.
Well, he was a stripper before, so that kind of helps.
He was a stripper, yeah. I wasn't a stripper. So he had all that in his bag, but
there's still time.
For me, Magic Mike 5. I'm going to follow this man's career the whole time.
Why not?
Yeah, so I went in there, I did my thing, and then, bro, that was the longest audition process I've ever had in my entire life. It was 4 or 5 acting auditions and then 4 or 5 dance auditions on top. So I remember doing the first audition, hearing right away that I'm going to get a call back. I'm flipping. So I'm like, okay. And the next audition was a dance audition. I'm like, I didn't know that. Okay, we got to go there. So I'm on YouTube trying to figure out, like, what's the new move out there? Like, how do I even get into this choreo thing?
I was going to say, you got to learn choreo, or they want you to freestyle? Or
I didn't know, but I was going to prepare both.
Regardless, yeah.
Yeah. And mind you, I showed up not prepared because, like, there you can only prepare so much in a night. So, or even a week.
Yeah.
And I come in and come to find out I'm going to Jamal Sims, like leading choreographer out there, and he's still killing things right now. And he's teaching the choreographed session to Chris Brown's song. I can't remember what song it was, and then Don Draco Johnson was helping out as well.
Yeah, Draco.
And man, after a certain amount of time, like, you know what, I'm just gonna be again competitive. I come from sports. I come from fighting. I'm going to just try to outwork them. I know I don't have the talent they do, so I might as well just outwork these motherfuckers. So, like, that's what I did. And I think it kind of showed. And later on, we got paired up. I think it was 4 of us. Misha. Gabriel was up for the role of the main guy. And then I remember the last audition, they brought us all in, and they kind of just paired us up as duos. And they were trying to find the best friend kind of dynamic. And they found
He ended up being the best friend, right?
He ended up being the best friend, yeah. and it was his first acting role. My first acting role, obviously had dance experience with MJ and everything, so I was leaning heavily on these people. Then I got the role, and then honestly that changed my life, and I met my family, my step up family to this day.
Yeah.
You know, I call my family. So Draco, Twitch, Marvelous, you know, Bianca Bruton, Tony Belismo, all these individuals that I still keep in contact with.
Y'all had a good squad, man.
Yeah,
for those films. And what I'll say too, and this is something that I told one of my last guests, my boy Terrence. You know Terrence Green? Ex-dancer who's one of the characters in the Step Up TV show.
I met him through Marvelous, actually. Yeah, he sings and dances, right?
He raps.
Raps.
Yeah. So we were talking about his audition a little bit, and what I told him when it comes to auditioning for a role like that, you're looking for an actor who can dance, not a dancer who can act, because acting is harder than dancing, and you wouldn't think it is, but it is. And like you can clearly outdance me.
Can you sell the role?
80% of the movie is conversation. And then 20% of it is dance. So if you can't hold a conversation, if you can't deliver a line like that, even as good as the dancing is, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're a good enough dancer, but people are going to want to hear you talk more, then we can shadow the dancing, put you in your best limelight in these moments, and then let the professional dancers around you carry the dance aspect of it. You know what I mean?
100%.
So acting comes first, and then what you need me to do as the character when it comes to physicality, as long as, like you said, like you have the will to be competitive and to learn and adapt quick and learn quick and not have to be told things twice, and you're willing to work at it, like those things can happen a lot quicker for you than, hey, you have to go learn how to deliver a line. Like that takes time to like build a character and like learn that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wanted my best I think that's the key to success in anything, to be honest. Stay open to people that are way more knowledgeable about whatever you're trying to get into. And I just happen to be blessed to be around some of the greatest dancers of all time.
Facts.
And, you know, again, shout out to
Thank
my
you,
brother.
man. I appreciate that. That's love, man.
So it's like,
I knew
yeah, man, I've had a great opportunity to be surrounded by some incredible individuals, and my success is partly because of them. So, yeah.
You know, you're on 911, 9 months of the year, right? And then when you're off, you go shoot a movie real quick in a week, and like, so you're always trying to stay working. Do you find time to like go watch film? Like, do you watch movies? Do you go watch? Do you go to the theater all the time? You stay up on that?
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like I'm just starting, to be honest. I didn't call I've said this in so many other interviews. I didn't call myself an actor for the longest time, just because I felt like so many other people were more talented than me. And I was going off the basis like, I'm just gonna outwork you. And to this day, I've only had one acting lesson, like one acting class. So I'm not pulling from the stereotypical thing or what most actors would come from, that background. So I'm like, this is gonna be degrading to hear this man comes out of nowhere, does one class and gets all these jobs.
Like some Will Smith shit.
Yeah, I can't do that to these individuals, these artists. So let me just shut up about my stuff and do my thing. And it wasn't until a couple years ago, my boy Kenny Choi, who's on 911, straightened me out and gave me some, you know, wise words. And he's since then been my voice of reason in this whole acting game. And has handed me books that I've been reading and learning. So yes, it's been a process. So like, I always stay open to new movies, to new, like Austin Butler's killing things right now. Shia LaBeouf has always been on his game, like
directing game.
Just in general, like these individual artists have this captivating, you know, sense of who they are as an actor, that when you see them on a big screen, their minimal movement allows you to be like
engaged.
Oh my God,
for sure.
So that's what you really want to study, is like, you know, how do I encapsulate that in my own way, and then how can I continue to build each time? And what I love, like an actor like Robert Downey Jr., who's had a successful career since he was young, and he's still getting better. Like he does roles now that we've never seen him do, and it's just like, how are you still kind of outdoing yourself? That's the type of artist I want to be.
Yeah, just continue to build and try to find new ways to adapt and bring on new characters. So with that, going back to you watching film, movie of the year.
Movie of the year.
And there's a right answer. Don't fuck this up.
Movie of the year? I don't know. I have a movie of the year.
I watch this movie every day because of Zoe. But continue.
Cause of Zoe?
Yeah.
Oh man, so you going kid movie? No?
You would think.
Damn. I loved Everything Everywhere All at Once. To be honest, it was so outlandish, so crazy.
Was that last year too, though?
That was last year too. So this year?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
it's already July. It's got to be.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know.
Nothing pops.
Nothing pops into my mind.
Dang, you heard it here first. Ryan thinks every movie that came out this year is trash.
I've been more into TV shows, to be honest.
Okay, so which TV show?
The Bear.
The Bear?
The Bear is incredible.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Nah. I saw Cocaine
man.
Bear. That was crazy.
Nah, not that one. The Bear is on its second season or third season.
Okay.
I can't remember. Third? Yeah. And just the cinematography alone is top tier, but the acting itself is incredible.
I'm gonna peep it up.
Yeah, Shogun was amazing. I don't know if you've seen that
Which one?
Shogun.
Oh, okay. Nah, I haven't seen it. I know what it is, though.
Shogun's incredible. But those kind of like, I think a lot of what we thought was back in the day, I'm talking about like either the movie star or TV star, they blended this now with the whole streaming services. So we're seeing a lot of movie stars go into television.
Yeah.
And they're telling what they couldn't do in 2-hour movie or 3-hour movie into a full-on series.
Seasons,
and that's why I kind of lead more towards the series.
No, I feel like that's a lot of people's goals right now. Because, like, first off, when people like, I couldn't tell you their actor names right now, but when like the 3 leads in Big Bang Theory started banging out $1 million an episode, you know, like, and then you go for 15 seasons.
Yeah.
Of 15 to 20 episodes per season, like let's do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
let's do that. Like I could see why being a lead in a TV series that pushes, you know, the Grey's Anatomy of the world and like all of those people who just keep banging out seasons and seasons, and then you forget the show even exists. But there's enough fans out there to make season 36 for no reason because there's still money coming in. Like that's the ultimate goal on longevity in this kind of, you know what I mean, as far as finances go anyway, and like being able to hold a character with so much value for so long.
Yeah, that's why I have so much gratitude towards 911.
Being Eddie,
yeah, man. I mean, we're on our 8th season, and we're kind of a dying breed, to be honest. As a procedural, there's not too much of procedurals out right now that are successful and making the numbers that we are. So again, to the crew and the cast that create this show, it's just like we've been on cloud 9, and I feel like most of us now that have been here for the long haul have depth now in that gratitude. So yeah, to your point, yeah, man, and like having longevity is everything you need, and then having the ability to kind of like step outside and do a movie every now and then. You know, Angela Bassett, bro, like I'm working with one of the top actresses in the world, and then I get to go play some other actor with Rosario Dawson. Yeah. I'm literally living in my dream, and it's a pinch me moment all the time. So, yeah.
All right, so my favorite movie of the year.
What was it?
And I want you to find a way to be a part of the third one, somehow, some way. Godzilla, Kong, New Empire.
That was it?
Did you see it?
I didn't get. I saw Godzilla -1, which was incredible.
Yes, but not, bro. Kong, Godzilla, some epic shit. First off, one of my favorite like movie. Maybe I just like gorillas, bro. Maybe that's what it is, because like I love the Planet of the Apes series.
Oh, that was good.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, they just dropped a new one that was okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the lack of the Caesar character not being in this one. Maybe just kind of threw me a little bit. But the other 3, like I just love that shit, right? But Kong Godzilla from and I watched a lot of BTS and like the kind of how they wrote it and like what they wanted to do with it. They made Godzilla like thinner, more agile, diving in the shit, like doing the most. Kong got a gray beard because he getting old, bro.
So the aesthetics got you.
Yo, it's like like the way they're building it and like the connection between it, but then the way they got the action of like them teaming up and fighting other shit was buck. The characters behind it, the way they I don't know, bro. Like I'm gonna send you a BTS video and I have you tap in because I think you can find it on like Amazon Prime. That's where I watch it. Yeah. But Zoe asks for it every day.
Oh, really?
Every single day. And I bought him the toys, and he just got the toy. He watches and he does the thing. But like, I'm super into it. I fucking love it.
I'll check it out just because you said. Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah,
Check
but that
shit
Godzilla
out.
-1 was nice too.
It
though.
was.
Yeah.
It was. It
It
was
like brought you
interesting.
back to the actual like first rendition.
Yeah,
Godzilla.
where it's less about Godzilla and it's more about the character.
Them being scared of this massive ass
Right.
like lizard walking around killing people. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine, like,
No.
some real life shit having titans in this world?
Yeah.
Even if like you're not by it, but you know that they're there.
No amount of martial arts, no matter like weaponry can
Nothing.
help you.
There's nothing.
Nah, you just gotta
Nothing.
sit back and
Just
watch
find
this
a
thing.
bunker.
Yeah, bro, I'm digging a big ass hole in the earth.
Huge.
Yeah, and I'm putting my family and friends in it.
100%.
Yeah, that
100%.
sounds bad, but I'm gonna make a bunker.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a hole
Yeah.
and put my friends in it. Yeah, I'm gonna have you grab that. Can you grab that for me, bro? The paper and the metal thing. Okay, so me and Ryan are about to do something a little fun, but at the same time, I'm gonna ask him some fan questions. So this segment of the show is gonna be on Patreon. So go to patreon.com/LNLpod to see the extended version and catch this part of the show. Go right now.
You know, I thought it was funny and I thought it was, you know, really quality stuff. So it showed me that like, yeah, what she's saying is correct. I need to believe in myself a little bit more. And even having a 14-year successful career, I think people should understand that I didn't feel that for the longest time.
Yeah.
I did not believe in myself. And I felt like I was always, again, trying to outwork the individual.
Word.
Since I put in so much work already, I kind of need to sit back and realize and let it sit in
Yeah.
and then take advantage of it. And shout out to her and many other individuals that allow me to kind of reflect on that.
Bro, like people, 14 years is a lot, and I know we compare ourselves to those we look up to, and we go, they've been successful for 40 years, they've done this, that, and the third. Until I'm that, I ain't shit, which ain't true, because you got to remember that that's the 1% of the industry to have that kind of success. You know what I mean? Yeah. Having a 14-year career where you have multiple projects, people would dream to do one of them and never get the chance to do. Their entire resume is extras on set for things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or just praying, like, I hope they give me one line so I can say I acted in this movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, from going from Step Up to Boy Next Door to 911 and everything in between, and even some of the smaller stuff you've done and the bigger stuff you've done, like, these are all things that, like, you gotta be proud of, man. You gotta be proud of, because one is leapfrogging you to the next. You know what I mean? And you don't have to feel like it's a fresh start every single time, because you know that what got you there is the past and everything that you presented yourself in before. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, thank you for that. I'll take that. And again, I when I do get stuff like this now, I try to take it a little differently than I would before. I mean, beforehand, I probably would have been like, oh, thank you so much, you know, that, and I still not think that way. But right now, I'm really allowing that to marinate the individual. So I appreciate what you said. Thank you. Yeah, no, fuck yeah. I mean, you gotta respect yourself enough to be like, know that there's so much more I can do and so much more room to grow, and that's the exciting part. But I'm not gonna pretend like I ain't done shit in my life either. I'm not gonna pretend like my resume's not something about, you know what I mean? Like, I've done some cool shit. Yeah. And I feel you, and same with dance, man. Like, there's when someone books me on a job or as a choreographer or brings me out to a country to teach, and sometimes I sit there and I get like imposter syndrome, where I'm just like, man, do I even deserve to be on this lineup with these other hitters? And I'm like, yeah, because they wouldn't have asked me to be here, bro. Yes, you do. They wouldn't have asked me to do this if like I wasn't. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they spent all this money on me to bring me out to this country to do all this with all these people. Like, they see me in line with these people for a reason. Why the fuck don't I? You know what I mean? So, like, I hear you. But then you gotta remind yourself. Sometimes it takes somebody else outside to really acknowledge that, and then you to hear that. Because I remember when I first met you, I'd already known about your dancing. I'd seen plenty of videos. And I don't know if you remember when I came up to you, I was like, bro, I'm a huge fan. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I introduced myself, and you're like, I know who you are. I was like, nah, bro, I know exactly what you are, and like it shows, like, you know, like, to get to where you are in your dance, and it takes years upon years, but also you have to find your own little niche, your own little style, and you did, and that style has resonated with so many other individuals. So again, giving you your flowers back, it's just like, yeah, man,
I would like to recognize what you offer to this whole, artistic spectrum in the dance community.
Yo, thank you, man. That's fucking love, man. I really appreciate that kind of shit. You don't hear it too much, and you get in your head a lot. But from one friend to another, man, if you need that reminder, man, you call me.
I appreciate that, bro.
You call me.
That's what we need to show more of, man. Like men helping each other out. A lot of us, I feel like, and I've spoken on this on plenty of other, platforms. It's just like we got to toughen up, and to an extent, yeah, I get that. You do have to be tough as a man.
Time and place.
And time and place, but like you also have to have your brothers to open up to and
lean on.
Yeah. Because we all got here as a community. No one got here by themselves, so.
Yeah, and we gonna stay there as a community.
Exactly. The stronger your community, the stronger you'll be. So yeah.
All the most successful dancers, actors in the world, people you look up to, all have teams that have been together since the jump. You know what I mean?
All right, let me see this.
All right. So before we reveal these, we're back from the Patreon. Right, we back in the episode. We're gonna wrap this up here. What we did on Patreon is we got a sketchbook and he drew me and I drew him while we did some fan questions. So we're going to reveal these pictures as the last little segment before we head out. Before we show these pictures, I just want to give a quick sign off. Everybody, please join the Patreon and enjoy that. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, please give a 5-star review and check out the other 7 episodes and keep an eye out for season 2 this coming. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe. All of that, comment, share with your mama, your grandmama, all them peoples. Spread the word. We want to make season 2 even bigger and better and keep bringing y'all quality. Keep an eye out for the lab between me and Ryan because it is a special project, but it is a big project. It's going to take some time. He's back filming 911, so it might take some time. We're going to write some things together. We're not going to tell you the idea because we don't want none of y'all biting it because we know how y'all get. But it's a pretty good concept. It's a really good idea. It's going to be a short film that involves comedy, acting, and dancing. And we've already been chopping it up about it. So keep an eye out for that. But it's going to take some time. Be patient. But the more Patreon members, the more money that comes in, the bigger the budget's going to be, and the better that we can make the project.
Let's make this a good film.
Please show love. We appreciate it. Ryan, anything you want to say before we head out?
Man, all love to you and all love to this that you cultivated yourself, man, and everybody that watches this. I hope you thrive in all the dreams that you choose to give your energy to.
Thank you, man. All right, enough of that talk, man.
Let's see it.
All right, me first, you first?
I'll go first.
You go first?
Yeah.
All right. Damn! All right, get close up. Yeah.
Yeah, mind you, it's a quick sketch, so I couldn't put too much detail to it.
Just quick little whatever, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kept it small. I mean, I should have made mine smaller. Probably would have been cleaner.
Yeah.
I'm keeping that. Don't throw it out. And you got to keep this one, too.
I got you.
This better go in the fridge.
I put it on my refrigerator, yeah.
Bro, so when Mateo asks who drew that, he know what's up. Uncle Mikey rock this, all right?
Hey, you captured my facial hair
in my
little
swoop.
Am I swooping right now? You got my swoop.
Swooping. I caught the swoop.
Yeah, the mic looks like a mic.
Yeah, it's mic-ish.
I appreciate
you gotta check
effort.
this. Yeah. Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
Well, I look like Joe Campbell.
I made the head a little long. Your hair's not this long. I didn't have an eraser.
Yeah, me neither, bro.
Nah, whatever. All right, well, I'm gonna let you keep this because
I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, you can put it.
Sign this for you too.
Yeah, sign that. Sign that. I have a picture in my bathroom. It's a lion. It's a drawn lion from '98. It's beautiful. My uncle did it. Yeah, he was an artist back in the day and used to draw a lot of shit, and he framed it and gave it to me. His name is Matthew DellaVella.
Okay.
He signed it MDellaVella.
MDellaVella. So you are technically an artist.
I've been taking full credit for that painting and that drawing since I was a child.
Clearly, you made that painting.
People go into my bathroom when they use it, when they visit, and they go, "Yo, I saw, and you drew that." I'm like, hey man, it was a long time ago. I don't really do that anymore, but it was fun back in the day.
I need to get a frame for this, to be honest.
Yeah, you should, man. This is cold. Yeah. This is man. My mic is better. No, it's not.
Your mic is better.
Well, I did a mic stand, so I got the arm.
You got the arm for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is quite lovely. This is quite lovely, Ryan. Thank you.
I appreciate that, bro.
My boy. Love you, bro. Yeah.